What's really going on behind the scenes of the reptilian shapeshifter conspiracy? Narrator, we would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to our film in which we investigate the validity of the reptilian shapeshifter conspiracy theory. According to this hypothesis, a covert race of reptilian creatures with the ability to shapeshift has infiltrated places of power and influence around the world in order to exert their influence and control over humankind. To what extent, though, does this fascinating and contentious theory reflect reality? Let's find out. Definition: the idea behind the reptilian shapeshifter conspiracy theory is that a previously unknown species of reptile creatures has entered places of power and influence, and they are exploiting their ability to shapeshift in order to exert control over humankind. This notion is frequently connected to assertions that a shadowy but strong global elite controls the events of the world and the institutions that govern it. Ancient peoples including the Sumerians and Babylonians had the concept that serpentine gods ruled over humans. This belief may be traced all the way back to those times. The people of these societies had the belief that strong serpentine gods governed the destinies of humankind. The hypothesis of reptilian shapeshifters as it is commonly known now acquired prominence in the latter half of the 20th century as a result of conspiracy theorists publishing books and giving talks on the topic. There is no evidence that can be considered reliable to support the theory that reptilian shapeshifters exist. The claims that people have witnessed the shape-shifting process are anecdotal and have no validity in science. There is not a single piece of physical or visual evidence that can be independently verified that backs up these assertions. Studies conducted in the field of science have demonstrated that the human brain is capable of detecting patterns and structures that are not actually present. This phenomenon is what causes some individuals to perceive reptilian traits in both other people and in inanimate objects. The idea that reptilian beings are capable of changing their appearance has received a lot of pushback from the scientific world due to the fact that it is based only on anecdotal data. It is a theory that has no foundation, is extremely implausible, and does not have any credibility. The assertions that supporters of the idea have made have been thoroughly disproved by scientific explanations and evidence on several occasions. Some people continue to hold to the concept that reptilian shapeshifters exist, despite the lack of evidence that can be considered credible to support this theory. This has the potential to result in the dissemination of misleading information and disinformation. Misinformation and erroneous beliefs that are widely disseminated may have a deleterious effect on society and get in the way of critical thinking. It has the potential to convince individuals to believe in misleading information and foster a skepticism of facts and evidence that can be verified. The hypothesis that reptilian shapeshifters exist does not have any reliable evidence to support it, and the scientific community does not agree with it. In order to obtain an accurate comprehension of the environment in which we find ourselves, it is essential to analyze statements using critical thinking skills and differentiate between reality and fiction. We are able to make educated judgments and comprehend the reality behind the claims and hypotheses we come across if we rely on data that can be independently verified and explanations based on scientific research.